Hey, welcome back to another episode of Collector's Corner. And yes, thank you for tuning in to my show. Welcome back again for another episode. Episode 13. Ooh, that's that spooky episode. Oh my goodness, that's a scary number 13. Special episode today. We are breaking down my wife, Stephanie's
Hey, y'all.
5 favorite movies here in the Murfreesboro Media headquarters in the collection. But first, like always, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you dig what you see. Yeah, you know you dig what you see, and you know you want to see some more. So hit it, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Coming in, number 5. We're breaking it down 5 to 1. So number five, here we go. 16 Candles.
What's happening, hot stuff?
Oh, we got us a John Hughes 80s comedy classic. Anthony Michael Hall, Molly Ringwald, and then this dude named Jake in the movie. Couldn't even begin to tell you what his name is in real life without looking it up, because this motherfucker didn't go on to do jack shit that I'm aware of. But anyway, Molly Ringwald's older sister's about to get married. Her 16th birthday's coming up, and the family is crazy, and they don't have time to pay attention to what's going on, because the older sister's like, I got too much stress in my life, and I can't deal with getting married, and blah, 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 and her house is crazy, and all this kind of stuff. Well, then she starts checking out dude, and like, oh man, I kind of like this guy, he's kind of hunky. Maybe we can hook up one day. I don't know, I'm kind of a nerd, and he's dating a hot chick, and blah, blah, blah. And then you got Anthony Michael Halls, who's also a big nerd, and he's all in love with her, and just wants to date her. He wants to do all kinds of things there to Molly Ringwald, if you know what I mean. He's a horny little teenager. So, you got high school parties with people getting drunk and their hair caught in the door, and you got all kinds of nerds getting beat up and picked on, and you got football jocks, and you got everything that you would expect from an 80s John Hughes sort of teen coming-of-age comedy. And man, 16 Candles is classic. You got Long Duck Dong, the foreign exchange student coming in. It's just all kinds of wackiness going on in this movie. But yeah, 16 Candles, great. So much fun. Let's get on with the next movie. Number 4. Oh, number 4. She picked a good one for number 4, people. What did she pick? The Monster Squad! It's the Monster Squad. It's one of the best movies of the 80s.
Wolfman's got nards.
Oh, this is Kids on Adventure. You know I love Kids on Adventure movies. And so when Stephanie said, I'm picking Monster Squad for number 4, I went, oh, dang, you know I'm all about some Goonies. Stand By Me, Rooskies, Big Shots. I want kids on bikes, on adventures. I love Stranger Things today. Fits that perfect mold of my kind of movies, and Monster Squad is one of the best. You got exactly this. You got a group of some middle school, junior high kids that are all into horror movies, reading Vanguard magazine, all that good stuff. So when a cargo plane carrying the bodies of the real monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, crashes right outside of this kid's town, and then they start setting up shop to do some dastardly monster shit. Crazy guy that's a wolf man, he turns into the wolf, and he's controlled by Dracula, so he doesn't really have much he can do to escape. Mummy escapes from the museum and lumbers on out to the countryside in this big old scary mansion. Talking about scary, there's a scary German guy in this movie. Scary German guy. Oh my God. These kids figure out that there's some monsters afoot in town doing some crazy monster shit. And they are like, man, we are in way over our heads. So we got to go talk to this weird old German dude that lives down the street. Scary German guy. And, he gives them a book about Van Helsing and all this stuff about killing monsters and sending them back to their realm in hell. So, in the midst of all that, you got some sweet music montage where they're sharpening stakes and getting ready, and you got monsters sneaking around and doing stuff, and you got all kinds of one-liners, and then boom, the battle starts, and everything's going crazy, and the fat kid kicks the Wolfman right in the nards, and it's just a wild-ass picture. Monster Squad right up there with Goonies, right up there with Stand By Me as some of the best coming-of-age kid adventure movies of the 80s. Woo! This is some good stuff. If you have not seen Monster Squad and you are into the Universal monsters or 80s horror or 80s comedies at all, you need to be getting this shit up in your life. You need to be watching this thing all the time. Oh my God, it is so good. So good. But we got three more in her top 5. So what is gonna be the next one? Number 3 is the middle of the pack. Number 3, oh, excellent dude. It's the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
69, dudes.
Bill S. Preston. And you got Ted Theodore Logan. They are the Wild Stallions, the most important band in the universe. They are the two destined to save the world. Except really, they're just a couple of stoner high school kids goofing around with no ambition, nothing to do, barely getting out of high school. Ted Theodore Logan's dad's like, I'm going to send you to military school because you can't get your shit together. But then all of a sudden, Rufus, oh my God, one of the best stand-up comics of all time, George Carlin, comes in a phone booth time machine, lands, says, boys, have I got some news for you. You are the saviors of humanity. Your music unites the world, brings world peace. And they're like, yeah, whatever, dude, 69, blah, blah, blah. They don't know what the hell's going on. But then, boom, they're in the time machine phone booth. And all of a sudden, they're picking up Socrates in Greece. They're picking up Genghis Khan up into Mongolia. They're getting all these historical figures. Abe Lincoln, Napoleon. And they're just cruising around, and they're grabbing all these famous people, throwing them in the phone booth. Billy the Kid, all of these people coming through. Goofy adventures, come back to school. The whole damn point was to do a book report on a historical figures. Oh my God, they went through a lot of trouble to do a book report. Shit, I don't know, man. I was pretty lazy in high school. I don't know if I would have gone through that much trouble to pass a history report. Whew, that's a whole lot of work. But anyway, they get back to town with all these people. Shit goes crazy. Genghis Khan is in the sporting goods store kicking the shit out of people with baseball bats. Beethoven's and Napoleon's at the water park. Oh my God, everything has gone to hell. But boom, we know at the end the boys bring it together and they complete one of the best history reports of all time. My God, this movie is so goofy. This movie is so silly. But God, for the Generation Xers out there, my generation, we love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Next up, number two. Oh, dang, we're getting close. Number 2 is here, and it's a scary one. Actually, just kidding. If you're familiar with the Freddy movies, they aren't that scary. I mean, they got a couple of tense moments here and there that maybe you think you go, oh, shit, this Freddy's a sneaky motherfucker. Here comes sneaking out of your dreams into the real world, back into your dreams. Oh, this motherfucker is crazy. So yeah, part 3. Stephanie loves part 3. This is the one that changed the game. Part 1 got some funny moments, but it was still a pretty serious horror movie. I mean, it still had some real spooky moments. They were really pushing that to be kind of a top-notch horror movie. Part 2, sort of the same thing. Still got Freddy's one-liners. You still got all the fun stuff going on, but it was still, had some good, scary Dreamtime moments. Part 3 came out. Dang, they changed the game. They went, you know what? Freddy is a shit talker. Let's focus on that. We're going to get a bunch of kids that have special magic powers and superpowers in the dream world, and it's just going to be bonkers. There's going to be battles. There's going to be fights. There's going to be Freddy talking shit. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. This movie went over the top. They said, all right, part 1, part 2, we tried to stay as serious as we could, but you know what? The people want goofy. The people want funny. The people want silly. So Freddy went, oh yeah, welcome to Browntown, bitch. And, poor Joey and all these great fucking lines. Oh, he was so good. The kids come together. We are the Dream Warriors. But docking with the soundtrack. God damn, this movie is so good. Woo! Look at that. Oh, look at that smirk. He's like, I'll get those kids one day. And they're like, she's like, oh, no, man. We got super special dream powers. We can fight your ass. So, oh, my. Freddy Krueger. He's one motherfucking scary ass burnt up dude. Oh, so yeah, you got Kincaid, you got Joey, you got all the cool kids in this mental hospital because Freddy was terrorizing them, and they just didn't know what else to do, and they're gone cuckoo, and they got locked away. But Freddy goes, I don't care if you're in a mental institution, I'm gonna come get your asses. So many classic one-liners, so much goodness to see. It's Freddy time. All right, here, folks, we are here. Oh, my God, number 1. We have gotten through the last 4 of my wife Stephanie's favorite movies here in the Murfreesboro Media collection. My wife's favorite movie is Stepbrothers. Oh, my God.
Your voice is like a combination of Fergie and Jesus.
These two dudes start battling either Nighthawk and Dragon. Oh, they just don't get along at all. And they're just like, oh, man, I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to play your drum set. You better not touch my drum set. Oh, I'm putting my balls all over your drum set. So many classic scenes. So many classic lines. Oh, God, this movie is so good. They eventually become, do we just become best friends? They all of a sudden realize, shit, we got a ton of stuff in common. We like samurai swords, and we like nudie mags, and, we like all this fun, dorky stuff, even though we're 40-something years old, living at our parents' house with no job, goofing around, playing with toys. These boys are living the dream until Dad says, oh, no, you got to get out and get a job. You got to make something of yourself. I'm cutting you off. You've had too much freeloading going on now. And they're like, all right, then we're going to fuck shit up. And we are not going to get a job because we are two dumb losers and we can't figure out how to real life the world. How to real life the world? Is that even a phrase? I don't know, but I kind of dig it. Just came up out my head. So they go out trying to find jobs. They say, this is crazy. We're not going to be able to handle that. They're like, well, then we should start up a whole company then. If we can't even find regular jobs, we should just make our own company. That falls through. Everything's a fucking disaster. They split off. They go get responsible, real adult jobs, try to get their lives together, but they're all still lovable goofballs inside, and they gonna get back together, and they gonna fight, and they gonna make up, and they gonna sing and dance at the Catalina wine mixer. Oh, God, if you have not seen Stepbrothers, and you are a fan of goofball comedies, if you're a fan of these fellas right here, then you need to check it out. It is comedy legend status. Oh my God. But with that said, we are now time to close it down. Episode 13, my wife Stephanie's top 5 favorite movies, has now come to a close. But before you go, before you sign off, before you hit the X up in the corner, hit something else. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Get up in the Murfreesboro Media family. Check out all the Collector's Corners episodes that are still waiting for you. And we will catch you on the flip side.